This is One on One. Steve Adubato, welcome to the Tish WNET studios. At Lincoln Center, I'm about to introduce
my profile.
Get your face out of there.
That's my profile.
Get your Italian profile out of there.
That's my profile.
You recognize this guy? He's Mario Cantone. He's an actor. He's a comedian. I knew him back in 1987.
88.
88. He did a show called Steam Pipe Alley at WOR, Channel 9.
That's where we were, Steam Pipe Alley, yeah.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, the heyday of Channel 9.
Yeah, but you've done so much since then. I remember you, also, everybody remembers you from Sex and the City.
Yeah.
You played, you were connected to...
Charlotte.
Charlotte,
I
you
know.
were her
I have to tell you
wedding
this.
planner.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
No?
Yes, I was. It's hilarious.
What?
Because
I know these
it's
things.
like, well, yeah.
What?
You have to kind of, your wife told you this, right?
She told me what we watched together.
You watched it? You really
Of
did?
course.
No.
What do you think? I'm not in touch with these things.
Well, there's a lot of guys who come up to me and go, my wife loves you, or my girlfriend loves you. And I go, what about you?
I love you too.
I know that.
Stop it. I'm feeling it.
I know that. What about you?
Where are you from originally?
Boston, Massachusetts.
Italians
I
up
grew
there?
up in Stone. Yeah, there are Italians. Yeah, there are. There are Italians up there. Yeah, there's Italians up there. There's a ton of them. They're all Irish and Italian, or a combination.
You got
of
along with
two.
the Irish?
Yeah, I did get along with the Irish. I had no problem with the Irish. Why would I have a problem with the
No,
Irish?
it's just interesting.
I
mix
don't
of
go to
neighborhoods.
St. Patrick's Day parade in Boston. It's too much. I don't like parades. I don't like. I go to New Orleans twice a year. I do not go for Mardi Gras. I don't like that.
That's
crazy.
not your thing.
I don't like that crowd. I don't like. They had Mardi Gras, Super Bowl, then Mardi Gras this year. I went down Wednesday after Mardi Gras when everyone was gone. That's how I do.
You don't
it.
like the...
I don't like being. I
You
don't
know, it's
like
funny,
crowds.
early in your career, you were loud.
Yeah.
You were...
Well, I'm depressed now, Steve. So now
You're not depressed.
Well, you know.
We had Joey Peterson here.
Italians. I love how Italians are. You're like, you're not depressed. Shut up.
You're not, no. We just had, seriously, we had Joey Panson here talking about clinical depression.
Well, I just did a reading with him. I worked with him for like a couple of months.
He did a series.
Oh, I
They give him a lot of credit for
No, he
coming
did.
out and talking about
No,
serious...
He talks about the
But you-
mentally. I'm not mentally ill, but I definitely am
Because if
moody.
you want to share.
I'm moody.
You're not
And I
moody.
sleep late, but I'm going to tell you, that's why I'm 53 years old and
You
look
look
pretty
great.
good, because I tell people sleep all you
And
can.
you exercise. You take care of
Yeah,
yourself.
I do. I work out and I'm fit and
You do your thing.
tight and adorable.
Well, let's not go on, but seriously, how the heck have you continued to have a great career?
I've held on to it.
No, I'm being serious.
Seriously, I don't think I have a great career.
You work.
I have a good
Stop
career.
it. You work.
I have a decent career. It's tough being a homosexual in the 80s and coming up in these mainstream comedy clubs. Very difficult. Very difficult. And also, all those stand-up shows that people, they would come in and watch the comedians and book you for those television shows, those stand-up shows. I did some of them. Networks would come in, look for people for shows, and I was always bypassed. I remember one time Peter McCauley came in for the Johnny Carson show, and his visceral reaction was just like, you're so good, I don't know what we're gonna do with you, but Johnny's gonna love you and we're putting you on the show. They booked me October 26, 1986. I was gonna be on with Lily Tomlin, who was my idol. A week before I got a call, he said, I looked at your tape again and it has a gay edge to it, and I think it'll make Johnny nervous. So we're canceling
Make Johnny
it.
nervous?
Yeah. I don't even think Johnny even saw me, but they canceled me.
How'd you deal with that?
It was devastating, but I knew it was like, this is going to be a tough haul. It's going to be a rough one, and it has been.
But you
know,
chose the career.
I chose the career. I also chose to be a comedian. Back then, if you were just an actor, and you could do it as a comedian too, you could, not say anything about your sexuality. But I couldn't live
When
that
did you
way.
come out?
12. I was 12.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I was 12. I swear to God, I said to myself, you're gay. You like boys.
You said to yourself.
I said to myself.
That's not coming out.
Yes, it is. That's the first step, is when you say to yourself, I like.
Like I know what it means. I know.
Did you know you liked women when you were 12?
Absolutely.
Then what's the difference? I like how you think it's different.
What do you mean?
It's the same thing.
It's not the same
You're
thing.
aware of it when you're aware of it. I think Italians are aware of it very early, of their sexual desires. I
think we know earlier?
I don't know.
Is there something about us?
I think because I don't know. Maybe. I think it's development too. Everybody develops differently physically and mentally. I know people that didn't come out till they were 40.
Okay, so let
You're
me
going to come out in about 2 years.
About
So,
2
you
years,
know,
that's when it's
it's
gonna happen?
coming out, yeah.
My wife thinks it's going to be 3, but here's the thing. It was Jennifer. It was a joke, I think. So here's the
It's
thing.
mine, Jennifer.
But here's what I'm thinking, seriously.
What?
When you did start communicating to others around you, particularly your family, because I have a feeling our families weren't that much different. Even though I was from Jersey and you were in Boston.
Yeah.
Our family's from Naples.
Yeah, my mother's family was from Naples, and my father's family was from Sciacca, Sicily.
Same difference.
Yeah. Where? Are you all Naples?
All Naples, a little bit Sicily, but mostly Naples.
A little bit of Sicily.
So here's my.
That's
what
where
I'm
your
thinking.
looks come from, the Sicilian side, you know.
That's what I'm thinking.
So you know.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
When you started telling people
Yeah.
around you,
Yeah.
please tell me your family took you in and said we're with you.
Well, I have to tell you, I don't. My mother died when I was 21. I never said it to my mother. She was very scary. My mother. She scared me. She didn't like it. She was not for it at all. But then I also knew that she, you know, my sister Marion had a best friend who was gay, and I really look up to my sister Marion, and I just thought, well, if she has this best friend that's gay and my mother is okay with it and Marion's really okay with it, my sister, I was like, then it's okay.
Right.
That kind of saved me a little bit.
How about neighborhood stuff?
Neighborhood stuff, I mean, you know, look, I came out to a few friends in like junior high school or middle school as they call it now, and my cousin, it was a very slow thing, but I never denied it to myself. Never.
But it impacted your career. The Johnny Carson thing, I'm sticking in my head.
Yeah,
Did
that's
you say to yourself,
I've
hey,
never told that story. You're getting an exclusive, Steve.
like you did it on PBS, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
Did you say to yourself, I got to back off on this?
No.
Never.
No, and I'll tell you something. At that time, I wasn't talking about being gay on stage. I still kind of don't. It's about this much. You know, but I was doing impressions of women, not in drag, but I was doing Julia Child and Betty Davis. And, you know, if you didn't know, you were an idiot. So, but I never was talking about going out with guys, and I certainly didn't lie and talk about being attracted to women. I didn't do that at all.
But hold on, you're one person
Show
on Broadway.
Yeah. I spoke about it, but it was like, if you look at it, it's a minute or two. I don't talk about my husband. I don't talk. I mean, it's.
You've been together a long time.
Yeah, 20 years. I mean, it's very. I don't celebrate.
But you guys
it.
performed together.
Yeah, we do. He
Could
wrote.
you plug that?
He what? Could I plug what?
Plug the fact that you performed together.
We do perform. Well, he writes all my music. He wrote all the original music in Laugh Whore. He's writing all the original.
Laugh
music.
Whore was one of your
first one-man show on Broadway, and then I'm working on another one called Mario Cantone Swings Both Ways. So,
Mario Cantone Swings both ways.
Yeah. It's going to have a kind of I want to have like a full band and stuff. So with some swing, because I sing. I love music.
No kidding, you
I
do.
love
I know you
music.
love it.
And I can't do it. I mean, I rarely do clubs. I do either performing arts centers or casinos where I can have a band, and I'm like old school Vegas with an edge. That's what my show is.
But go back to the Sex and the City thing that you don't think I watched, but I did. I even saw the movie, which is a little painful.
Well, the first one was good.
Second shouldn't have been made. But it's like the third Godfather. Let's not talk about it.
No, I know.
So let's do this.
It was a tough one.
Anthony,
Yeah.
the character,
Yeah.
what did it do for your career?
It made me international. It's unbelievable. When I go to Paris, it's amazing. I mean, it's crazy.
Do they call you Anthony?
Yeah, they do. And some of them say Mario, or they just go Sex in the City. It's just such a phenomenon. It's crazy what happened with that show. But that was written for me. Michael Patrick King.
Oh, are you yawning out there?
No, I just burped, actually. It was gas. You know, Italians have
Thanks for
gas
sharing.
sometimes. You asked. I'm very open with you, Steve.
I just wanted to make sure
Yeah.
I'd rather you burp than yawn,
No, I
frankly,
didn't.
in the
yawn.
middle of an interview.
No, but
go ahead.
keep talking, and the yawn is coming. Michael Patrick King, who I met in 1980.
By the way, the crew all of a sudden, you guys are paying attention all of a
Look
sudden.
how
Go ahead.
great your crew. I love
Go
the
ahead.
crew. I feel
Go ahead.
very, very safe with the crew here. They're tough. I love big guys.
It's a lot tougher than us.
I love that. They're great. Michael Patrick King, I met in 1984 at the Improv.
Right.
And he was doing stand-up, and he always had that director, writer's mentality of throwing stuff at me to improv and coming back from a gig in Jersey in the backseat of a car. I mean, he was always brilliant. And the third season of that show, when he kind of got the creative reins, he got a hold of the creative control of that show, he called me up and said, I wrote you something. And it was 2 scenes Charlotte's wedding, her second wedding, or her first wedding. And there was a second scene that was filmed where I cut the dress by accident because she was being panicky, and she freaks out on me. We have this argument. And they cut that scene, which was good because that means that we didn't have a fight and it wasn't over. I ended up coming back. So it was just one scene. And then he said, we got a lot of calls about you and a lot of letters. And I said, am I coming back? And he said, oh, yeah.
Do you love the cast?
I do. I had a great time with that.
Good people.
I was very close with Kim, still am. I'm very friendly with Sarah. And Cynthia, I've known, I love her. Just had dinner with her recently. I've known her since the theater day. I mean, she comes from the theater, so I met her when we were doing an off-Broadway show together called June Moon when she got that show, when she got Sex in the City. And Kristen lives in LA, so I hardly see her.
Let's talk on ensemble real quick.
Yes.
You've done The View a lot.
Yeah.
As we take this show in the spring of 2013, lots of stuff going on over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You could do the part. What's her name's leaving? Joy, who we
Joy.
love.
Yes.
I've done her show before.
Yeah.
We're trying to get her in here.
I love her.
She's the best. You could do that.
It's a show. The View. They're never gonna. This happened when Rosie left. There was all this rumor that I was gonna take over. And I don't know how that happened and how that even got out. But it was. As soon as I heard it, I was like, well, that's not true. It's a woman's show. I mean, it's that cast is gonna always be all women. But I've been doing that show for 15 years.
Yes.
And it's because Joy brought me on that show in the first place. So she's
supportive of other talented people.
She always came to get me.
How great is
There are
that?
people like her and Michael Patrick King and Joe Mantello, who directed 3 out of my 5 Broadway shows that I've been in. They come get you. And I need that because I'm an awful auditioner. I'm terrible in the room.
You good at marketing yourself?
No, oh God. The Twitter and the Facebook, it's homework. It's
What?
unbearable. Ugh. If I have a gig, I'll plug it. But guess what? I'm not
Do
doing
you have anything you want to plug right now?
I'm going to be in Atlantic City, April 20th.
Okay, you got a comedy tour coming up? Anything else?
No.
What are you doing here?
I just exactly. That's what I said.
So
I said,
we
I
saw
got nothing
you.
to-
You know why you're here?
Why?
Because I said I want Mario in the studio.
Well, and I'm-
you didn't have a publicist reach out for us. You didn't reach out.
Yeah.
This is the big show.
I
We're
don't-
on every night on public television.
Well,
Stop looking around. We are.
Who
Trust
are
me.
you, Steve?
Get out of here.
Adubato? Adubato?
This
No,
Thursday-
well,
we
I'll
don't
tell
actually
you.
have to air this
And
show,
also,
do we?
March 28th, I'm co-hosting The View, and it's a big show that I actually co-host and really run it.
Well, good. The
It's
show
fun.
will after that.
It will? Well, great. When is this running, this thing?
Mario, listen.
We're leaving now?
You are terrific.
No, you're very sweet. I felt like you were a cousin a little bit. I can't believe we didn't know each other at Channel 9.
We did. Listen, I always knew you because you were a much bigger star than I was.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's huge.
You're huge.
I was huge.
Hey, could you do an impression going out to the break?
Who do you want me to
Liza, anyone. Camera 2.
Camera, is that working?
Stop it. Camera 2, trust me. Anything you want out of camera 2. Go.
Anything. Steve Adubato.
Adubato.
But Adubato. He's so terrific, Steve Adubato. He's so good. He looks like Tony Bennett. I love him.
What? He's got 35 years on me, 40
Yeah, but
years.
no, when he was young.
Okay.
I love Tony Bennett. I called him Uncle Tony. Come get me. I don't know where I am.
Thank you.
All right.
You're the best.
Bye. Nice. Tell your wife I said hello.
I will.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System. Funding has been provided by Barnabas Health, TD Bank, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, TSE&G, New Jersey Manufacturers Insurance Group, Roche, the law firm of Gibbons PC, and by the New Jersey Education Association. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been made possible in part by New Jersey State Nurses Association.